Welcome back to another video. My name is Adam. Today we're going to be talking about one of my more favorite stocks, Hyliion Holdings Corporation. They're a play on the electrification of Class 8 trucks, and some exciting news has come out in the past 2 days, which we're going to be talking about, as well as the consequences of that. So stay tuned. Recently, there's been rumors that Hyliion is going to get into the Russell 2000/3000 index next month, and this speculation has just been confirmed 2 days ago. Okay, so Hyliion Holdings Corp, or the ticker is HYLN, by the way, a leader in electrified powertrain solutions for Class 8 semi-trucks, announced it is set to join the broad market Russell 3000 index at the conclusion of the 2021 Russell Index's annual reconstruction. This is effective after the US market opens on June 28th. That means that many funds will have to buy into Hyliion stock because now it is part of an index, right? So just think of when Tesla joined the S&P 500, a lot of indices had to buy in to Tesla stock, even though it was priced sky high. And this shot up Tesla stock by quite a bit, right? And just for example, here are two ETFs that track the Russell 3000 index. And that's not to mention other companies that also, like private equity firms, for example, that track the Russell, or companies inside the Russell 3000 index, right? And they're only allowed to trade, for example, companies within the Russell 2000 or 3000 index, all right? And so, for example, the iShares Russell ETF, here it's a market cap of 13 billion, so they'll have to buy shares of Hyliion, all right? And so will Vanguard Russell 3000, which has seen a nice return of 39% over the past year. I mean, the iShares one have seen a return of 109% over the past 5 years, and again 39% over the past year, right? So again, this company has 13 million, or this ETF has 13 million under management, and net assets of 1.16 billion for the Vanguard one, all right? So both of these will have to buy some shares of Hyliion stock, as of course the Russell 2000 gets restructured. And what will this do? This will basically push up the price of Hyliion stock. And just to clearly portray my position in Hyliion, I have 60 shares in my TD TFSA at an average cost of $27.52 for a total loss right now of $911, right? So that hurts, and that's my biggest loss in my portfolio like ever, okay? It's even worse than NAT, which I'm down 39%, and again, I have 60 shares there. Again, I'm not really worried, all right? But thankfully, overall, we're still up in this portfolio, even after some selling of our profits, all right? And in my Wealthsimple account, by the way, if you'd like to trade stocks with zero commission trading and you're from Canada, I highly recommend Wealthsimple. And there will be a link down below, okay? So right now, I'm up, I have close to 29 shares, and I'm up by 17%, or 54 US dollars. Other news is that Nikola is also joining the Russell 3000 index. And I mean, but I just don't want anyone to confuse Nikola with Hyliion. I think Hyliion, well, one, I think the management there is so much better. It has so much more growth potential ahead of it, and is not like the previous exec member, Trevor Hilton, who basically rolled one of their trucks down a hill during an advertising campaign, okay? So Hyliion actually has some positive news going for it. It has received promising feedback and very positive feedback from companies who adopted their hybrid trucks. They announced Hypertruck Innovation Council, which represents over 100,000 Class 8 semi-trucks globally. The council members will collaborate closely with Hyliion to provide key user insights in the development of the Hypertruck ERX, and will be among the first to operate the Hypertruck ERX, okay? So again, these partnerships are great. They're starting to get their name out. First, we have to take a look at what Hyliion actually is. So it produces electrified powertrain systems that can augment or fully replace traditional diesel or natural gas fueled powertrains. Its systems are designed to improve performance and lower total cost of ownership while leveraging existing fuel infrastructure. So basically, two main products: the Hypertruck ERX, which is the fully electric version, and then the hybrid electric. So they have the diesel option and the compressed natural gas option. So the Hypertruck ERX, basically, it's pursuing their vision for a net carbon negative commercial transportation, and it wants to do that right now, okay? So a lot of people can't go out, or a lot of companies can't go out and buy a Tesla Semi right away. A lot of companies who are strapped for cash, which is basically all of them want to reduce their cash burden when they purchase new electrified vehicles, they want to have this intermediary so that they can, for example, be carbon negative, but still will be affordable, right? So intelligent electric powertrain, reduce cost of ownership versus diesel. Infrastructure is already existing relative to, for example, the electric charging stations right now, and driver familiarity. Okay, and so how it works, of course, you can check it out, and I definitely recommend it to checking out their site. And of course, this is a hybrid diesel solution, so it works with existing trucks, right? And that's the key. That's the key point right there, is that is their competitive advantage. It works with existing infrastructure, existing trucks, to basically provide a carbon negative solution. Okay. And again, you can see all their advantages here, and I just really like the way that they're going at it, and their battery packs are also very, very cool. They can charge within less than 8 minutes and are safer than existing battery packs. So again, I just highly recommend you checking out this company. Don't take advice from me. Of course, do your own due diligence, do your own research. But again, this is one of my largest positions for a reason, all right? And if we're looking at just the chart of Hyliion, by the way, Hyliion is a company that's just over 2 billion market cap. And I think, again, it has room for growth to potentially become a 10+ billion market cap down the road. Okay, I don't think it's right now. I think it's at a bargain, to be honest, considering I bought it at $26. So just closely looking at the technicals to see a potential buy-in. So right now, I'm just going to doodle here. So of course we can see the price is at $12. A lot higher than, about 55% higher than we were at, of course, there we go, just below $8. But we can see that at around $8, there's resistance. So there's one resistance point here, another resistance point right here at $8, and I'm going to continue to fall from around $20 right here in the past 3 months all the way to $8 before bouncing back up, and now we're at 12. So I think that this momentum will continue. So just as there's been a ride on this downward moving average here, so basically these are Bollinger Bands. The lower Bollinger Band is in green and the higher upper Bollinger Band is in red. So it rode the lower Bollinger Band all the way to $8 before now it's sort of curling back up, as we can see, and now riding the upper Bollinger Band. Okay, so if you're looking for an entry point, I would say potentially even now is a pretty good entry point, because we could see it potentially passing the resistance at around $13 and then going back up towards the last resistance. I would say is at around the 15 to 20 price point. Okay, so I could potentially seeing it go up to that resistance and then shoot past it. All right, so that's just my personal opinion, but it is looking relatively expensive on the relative strength index. RSI is 60, which indicates it's slightly overbought. Generally, I like to purchase a stock when it's at around 25-ish, 30-ish. That means it's oversold, and selling pressure is losing its interest, and soon enough there's going to be buying interest. All right, so those are the technical charts. I still think if you're holding in for the long term, Hyliion is definitely the stock for you. Okay, and again, like, just good news such as this: Hyliion accelerates growth, begins expansion of its Austin, Texas headquarters, which will additional office space and amenities will accommodate growing team of up to 500 employees. The redesign will more than double powertrain installation capacity and triple battery development space. And so again, you can read stuff like this. And again, like, their products have received very positive feedback. All right, and people are becoming more and more bullish on Hyliion stock, even though it was a SPAC stock and has definitely lost favor. As you can see, at one point the SPAC mini was so big that it was trading at over $55 a share. In fact, the 52-week high was $58.66. All right. I don't know if it's going to come back to that anytime soon, but again, even if it starts trading in the 20s and then in the 30s, that'll be really good for investors who decided to buy in at below $10 a share. Okay. So again, you have to be patient with these things. It definitely takes time. And a lot of impatient investors just sell out of the stock and they lose a lot of money. Okay. And I mean, I think Warren Buffett said this, but the market is a way for transferring money from the impatient to the patient. All right. And I think if you're patient with Hyliion stock, you will be rewarded. All right. Even if you've gone through 50% decline in your portfolio just on off Hyliion stock, right? But again, this just shows you the risk of having investments like Hyliion, and if you buy the dips, you can cost your way downwards, and hopefully at the end of it, you'll come out a winner, all right? So yeah, and also investing in an environmentally friendly company. So let me know what you think about Hyliion as an investment, whether it's part of your portfolio. I'd love a thumbs up, as well as subscription if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, as well as feel free to check out the free link to my Discord down below. We talk about stocks such as Hyliion, talk about penny stocks, as well as you can gain access to my private buy and sell group, where I've had quite the return on my investments so far. But yeah, cheers guys, love you all, and until next time, peace out.